Court will now reconvene. Please call your next witness to the stand, Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor. But before I do, if I may say a few words. What is it, Mr. Payne? It's about the next witness. He has a tendency to say things that rub people the wrong way, you see. So I asked the court might be a little lenient on... There is no need to give a preface. Just hurry up and call your witness, please. Yes, Your Honor. Prosecution calls its next witness. A drifter who was taking a walk in the park on the day of the murder. Oh, it's the guy. Please state your name for the court witness. Before I do, I'd like to clarify a little something. I don't know. Huh? Oh, go right ahead. Just now you introduced my wonderful self to the court, correct? Perhaps as a drifter who was taking a walk. Did I? But I will not stand for that. Now you've tinted the court's eyes and colored me wrongly. Surely I suppose calling... Oh! He's just talking. I'm really looking for a perfect title. I can't read that fast. Yes, I understand. I'm very sorry. I will be more careful from now on. What is he? A human chatterbox? I have to question him? Fashion cars, women glasses. Of course. University first rates only need to apply. Glasses? But you aren't wearing glasses. That's enough. Your name, witness? Oh, is that how you want to play this? Using your power and influence to keep young people down. I see how you work now. You old people and your dirty tricks. You thought you had me, but you thought wrong. I'm sorry, it won't happen again. What? Oh man. I forgive you. Alright, I suppose I can tell you my name. I'm Richard Wellington, the drifting what? Virtuoso? I don't... the PhD in drifting, as it were. If you wanted to, you could call me a university student in transit. Mr. Wellington, on the day of the murder, you were talking to, strolling through the park, correct? It would appear that you are attached to that word. If you must, then by all means. But I remind you that I am in no way a prepubescent boy out on a walk with mommy. Oh, anyway, please testify to the court what you saw during your walk through the park. See? You said it again. Taking a walk. You know you. What you witness will do, Mr. Wellington. Jesus Christ. I was at the park all afternoon, deep in thought about my life situation. I don't remember the time all that well, but I do believe it was past 6 p.m. All of a sudden, a police officer falls from above, right in front of my eyes. Without a thought, I looked up, and there I met the eyes of a charming young lady. Of course I remember her sweet face. It was that of a pretty defendant there. The only other thing I saw was the banana that fell with the police officer. That was certainly a decisive testimony. Decisive? Nick, did you hear what he just said? Yeah. That's all you have to say? How can you be so calm? It's strange. My mind is very calm and clear. Maybe it's because I believe in my client? You mean Maggie? Yes, and she really is innocent. Then that can only mean one thing. That guy is lying. You may now question the witness, Mr. I will find out the truth, no matter how well you craft your lies. Okay. Oh. I was at the park all afternoon. Okay. So you're at the park all afternoon? You seem to have a lot of free time. That was very rude of you, but then again, what can I expect? That's what you get from a man who graduated from a no-name trashy university. No name? Trashy? Now this might be hard for much-headed, feeble-minded baboon like you, but I have to think very carefully about the future of our great country. But I thought you said you were thinking about which college to go to just now. Oh, please. Which university I go to would directly affect the future of this very country. An arrogant little snot. I don't remember the time all that well. Okay. How did you know what time it was? I see you're not wearing a watch, though. Is it the best you can do? Do you think you can discredit me like that? You're just a third-rate biased fool. I guess I can't expect real smarts from you. His arrogance is really intolerable. What should I do now? I guess press harder. Answer the question. How did you know what time it was? Can't believe I have to deal with a worm like you. You're just a shallow man who can only slam on the desk and point at people for fun. I guess I don't have a choice. I try to explain it so that even a third-rate simpleton like you can understand. There was this little thing they call a clock at the park. Did you get that? Do you know what the clock is? It's a thing that tells you the time. As you can see, Mr. Wright, it's even in this picture of the crime scene. Oh, so it is. I looked at that clock and that's how I knew the time. If you ask me, this whole concept... Oh, it's going again. And yet another flood of meaningless words. Talk about a first-class waste of time. In any case, all of a sudden a police officer falls from above. Okay. How did you know he was a police officer? I also have no idea how powerful my deductive reasoning skills are. At one glance, I could tell what kind of occupation he held. That shoddy do-it-yourself... Oh, it's going again. Oh, and I suppose it was also because he was wearing an officer's uniform. Should that statement have come first? Wow, that's pretty impressive. Hey, Nick, do you think he's figured out what I do? I haven't even figured that out yet. Without a thought, I looked up and then I met. Okay, so this is him seeing Nagi. Right away. Are you sure you got a good look at her face? Animals have this thing called an eye, Mr. Wright. They use this eye to see things. In the case of humans, we have two of them. Yes, even you. I don't care if I have them or not. Did you or did you not get a good, clear look at her face? That's what the witness was just about to get to. I'd like to request that Mr. Wright not use such a loud voice during questioning. Sustained, Mr. Wright. Please refrain from raising your voice in this court. Please don't make me have to raise my voice. Are you finished? I'd like to continue. Okay. So you're sure you're not mistaken? Please, don't confuse your pitiful train wreck of a life with mine. I'm what you call a famous brand name product while you are only a cheap imitation. There's no way someone as magnificent as myself could have made a mistake. Of course. Oh, of course. Did you notice anything else of interest, witness? A banana. The banana? Well, it was actually more than just one. We're like a bunch of bananas. Now, what would a bunch of bananas be doing there? Oh, we saw the glove, not bananas. And why would I know such a thing? I'm only telling you what I saw. That's really strange. I think I never mentioned anything about a bunch of bananas. That's it, Nick. He's gotta be lying about the bananas. He could be, but... There's no reason for him to lie about there being bananas at the crime scene. And what if it's not a lie? Well, maybe he thought he was seeing one thing and it was something else? If he mistook something else for a bunch of bananas, then that would be an inaccuracy. I think, Phoenix, think. My client is innocent. There's no way he could have seen what he says he did. Oh my god. Which means if we could somehow show that he's lying. Yeah, that's exactly what we need to do. She's right. She's got a sharp mind, but I just wish I could remember who she is. Is everything okay, Nick? Okay. So, you saw the glove. I'm just gonna say, because I have 1 inch of health. But I need to get my glasses real fast. Okay. So I need to present this. Well, Mr. Wellington? I believe I have the bananas you saw right here. Ah, so you knew about the bananas too. Why didn't you say so earlier? He's still calling a banana? What? I don't think you can use this as a way to pull more information out of me. And that's where you're wrong. You'd be wrong. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? Isn't that the baseball glove? Huh? What? A baseball glove? Doesn't it look delicious? Care for a bite? That's not... It's a... No! Your Honor, I think this proves one very important fact. This witness has bad eyesight. By the way, just how bad are your eyes? Huh? How? What? Why are you asking me about this all of a sudden? Oh, actually I pressed. I was like, wait, what am I doing here? Your Honor, it is very simple to mistake a glove for a bunch of bananas. No, I don't think so. Objection overruled. You're one of those people. Yes, you know what I mean. You're like those people who refuse to... Oh, he's going. Viewed from afar. And that is why I asked you how bad your eyesight is. They're both 2200. What? Doesn't make any sense. Suppose you're going to tell me that's terrible, right? Why are you not wearing your glasses today then? That's because I lost them recently, you see? Of course, I was planning on getting a new pair made right away. But you know, my glasses are no ordinary glasses, so to replace them, how about when you witnessed the crime? Were you wearing your glasses then? How about it, witness? You are an unrelenting evil man. You're like those people. Oh, she's brave and courageous. She didn't do anything wrong. What? Which boils down to you where we're not wearing your glasses at that time. That was a weird sentence. Therefore, the identity of the woman at the scene of the crime and that of the defendant cannot be proven to be the same by this witness. But the height difference was only 9 feet. It's very possible for him to see the face of the culprit standing on the upper path. Witness? Please be more accurate in your testimony. Remember, a person's life is at stake. Yes, Your Honor. Now then, please continue with your testimony. Please tell the court what happened next in the moments after you witnessed the crime. He's so angry. The girl on the upper path ran away as soon as she realized I was there. After that, I immediately called the police station to report the crime. Must have been 6:45 p.m. when I made the call. They must have a lot of free time on their hands since they showed up within 10 minutes. So the person who was on the upper path saw you and then ran away. Yes, that is correct, which is why even some without a superior brain like mine can understand that. That girl is the murderer. May I question the witness now, Mr. Wright? Okay. I just want to look at something. Time of 6:28. Okay. She ran away just like that. Yes, she did. She saw me and then flew the nest like the guilty bird she is. Oh, I'm sorry. Was that pun too hard for someone who only got third-rate education? Actually, that did take me a few seconds to get. Anyway, if she ran away the instant she saw you, how could you tell it was my client? Oh! The witness has already answered that question. He stated that the defendant is the culprit. This is true, Mr. Wright. I'm striking your question from the record. How can I get more information out of him? Okay. Immediately, as in immediately. I mean, sure, a minute might have elapsed before I did, but that's the duty of every good citizen. Or did they not teach you that at your pitiful school? You think people learn about how to call the police in college? Hey, Nick. I think you should take a look at the court record for a sec. Can't look at this. I'm just gonna press round. How do you know what time it was? That detective told me. You know which one I mean. The one with the jacket that makes him look like a dropout from a no-names high school. Hey pal, I graduated from a pretty good, top-rate college. I don't believe this. Doesn't matter. I don't believe I was mistaken on what time I called. And if I'm wrong, then that detective obviously doesn't know how to tell time. What? Hey, why you? You're just some lousy kid who... I think the court can see your point. Anyway, how did the police respond? Showed up in 10 minutes. So you're saying that there were police on the scene by 7 p.m. It's like a whole half hour before you died. They got there before that, I think. There usually aren't many people in that area at that time of day. But suddenly, before I knew, there were people crawling all over, gawking. It certainly says something about the morals of the people in this country. I can't find anything out of the ordinary in his testimony. Why don't you take one look? Okay. Yeah, I guess I should. Maybe we present this here? Oh, they'll be safe. Just in case. So I want to present... That's a long time. Mr. Wellington, would you please take a look at this? The victim's autopsy report. According to this, the murder occurred at 6:28 p.m. So what of it? You said you called the police immediately after the murder took place. However, by the time you had called the police, it was already 6:45 p.m. There's clearly a 15-minute gap here. Do you deny it? Ack. I think this court would like to hear what you were doing during this 15-minute gap. The witness was in shock at the time after witnessing a terrible murder. It's only to be expected that he would be a little dazed. 15 minutes is hardly what I would call a little dazed. Ah! Mr. Wellington. Yes. Explain yourself. What were you doing during those 15 minutes? Answer the question. Telephone? Spit it out. I was searching for a phone booth. A phone booth? You mean you don't have a cell phone? You and your questions, as if you were trying to open all the layers of the macho, I forgot you say that. Matryoshka? Something like that? Doll. You must think you're really something special. Witness. I lost my cell phone. There, are you happy? You lost it? Unbelievable. You lose your glasses and your cell phone. You must be very scatterbrained when it comes to your belongings. What? Are you saying that first-rate people are never allowed to lose things? Haven't you ever heard— Oh, there you go. There he goes. Enough. Oh man, oh man. Wait, hold on a sec. He lost his cell phone. Nick, that cell phone, could it be? You mean this phone Maggie found? There's no way. Oh, what was I doing? I don't know how that came out. Boy, I didn't see this coming. What should you know? Question further. Mr. Wellington, where is your cell phone right now? What are you getting at? What are you getting all excited about? You seem to be a little confused. I found my phone. I'll have you know. Here, see, here it is. Oh, I see. Looks like he's got his phone. I thought that just maybe this was his. Well then, I think we cleared up this issue. The time of the murder, the witness did not have his cell phone because he had lost it. Therefore, the delays in this call was caused by his search for a phone booth. Well, that's the gist of it. I guess you could put it that way and leave it at that. Do you have any further questions, Mr. Wright? I should save. Maybe there is something. Your Honor, the witness testimony does not make any sense. I don't believe that there was ever a need for a witness to search for a phone. How dare you? You can't make outrageous claims like that. You do have some sort of proof, don't you? Well, yeah, of course. This evidence should be good enough, I think. Alright, let's have this proof then. Please present the proof that the witness had no need to search for a public phone. They never showed. Maybe that. Oh, isn't that a phone booth right there? Oh my god. It's quite simple, actually. Please take a look at this. At the crime scene photo. Is there a problem with it? Oh, there's nothing wrong with the picture. But if you don't understand my logic after looking at it, something is wrong with you. No! It's a phone booth. That's correct. All the defendant had to do was walk 3 steps. Mr. Wellington, why did you not use the phone that was right in front of you? Order, order. What does reporting the crime a little late prove for the defense? The witness can't explain what he was doing for those 15 minutes. That is reason enough to throw suspicion on his testimony. Yes, that is very true. What do you have to say for yourself, witness? Then I bet this phone really is his, Nick. He must have killed Dustin to get his phone back. But Maggie said that she was going to return it to him. So there was no reason for him to kill for it. On top of that, we still have the phone she found anyway. But if he wasn't looking for a cell phone, maybe he was looking for something else? Was he... Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? Do you have any thoughts that you would like to share with the court? Can you offer an explanation as to what the witness was doing for those 15 minutes? There's only one possible explanation. I guess the phone. Or his glasses? Shoot, I did save. Oh wait, I thought it was presenting. I don't know what. I think I keep accidentally clicking it, and then I think the game pops it up for some reason, and I don't know. I don't feel myself clicking it. There's only one possible explanation. I just want to see if any. All right, let's hear your explanation. However, be forewarned that if your explanation is not persuasive, you'll be penalized. Think carefully before you present, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Probably shouldn't have said there was only one possibility. Okay. Please present to the court the one piece of evidence that will answer the following. Why didn't the witness call the police right away? Glasses. I feel like it might be the glasses. Let's do it. Mr. Wellington. What? Don't do that. You almost gave me a heart attack. These are your glasses, aren't they? Where did you find... Ah! I believe the court all heard what you just confessed to. That these glasses are in fact yours. I'll tell you where they were found, Mr. Wellington. These glasses were found under the victim's body. Under the victim's body? Order. Now wait a second, hold on. I didn't confess or confirm anything. Your Honor, I think the answer is quite clear here. As he fell, Dustin Prince grabbed the culprit's glasses. The culprit knew that he had to find his glasses and searched frantically for them. What he didn't realize was that they were under the victim's body. And that's why it took him 15 minutes to make that call. Mr. Wright, are you indicting the witness as the real murderer? Of course, that is precisely what I'm doing. What kind of yellow is that? I know I'm right. He is the real murderer. Did you figure it out, Nick? More or less. Turns out this cell phone was the key to this case after all. Anyway, now is our chance to deep six this guy. I'll sink him in one shot. Yeah. This is so exciting, watching you work again. Somehow my old self is coming back to me. It's time to sink or swim. Everything rests on the edge of that knife. This is the moment I've been waiting for. Order. Your Honor, the defense is making a mockery of this court. Without any solid grounds to stand on, he accuses the witness of being the murderer. Yeah, that's right. I'm no criminal. This third-rate fraud of a lawyer. In that case, why don't we look at it from a different perspective? Let's hear your explanation as to why you are not the murderer. What? That's That's easy. For example, there's, the name the victim wrote. What about that? Oh, you mean the name Nagy? Yeah, even an idiot like that, you can read that anyway. Right? Oh my god. But we already know this is not written by the victim himself. After all, the defendant's name is Maggie, and the victim was left-handed. In other words, in order to make the defendant look guilty, the real criminal used the victim's right hand to write her name on the ground. But... wouldn't that mean that the real criminal was someone the defendant knew? Otherwise, how else would that person know her name was Maggie, or Maggie? That's a good point. The witness didn't even know of Miss Bride before this trial. I forgot. Was there any way this creep could have known Maggie's name beforehand? There was. It'd be best if I could prove that the witness had a chance to learn that the defendant's name was Maggie. Now, would the defendant please present its case? How would the witness have known the defendant's name? Mr. Wellington, you didn't have your cell phone with you on the day of the murder, correct? So what if I didn't? When you realized you had lost it, what did you do? What did I do? Didn't you try to find it by calling it? How did you... Your Honor, these questions have nothing to do with... Overruled. Mr. Wright, where are you going with this line of questioning? Do you think there is some relation between the witness' cell phone and the murder? I do, Your Honor. On the day of the murder, Maggie Bride picked up a lost cell phone in the park. And she also received a phone call from the owner of the phone. Hello? Oh, thank you. I delivered my phone. Is this yours? Oh, I'm glad you called. We can meet up and I can get this up. Alright, I didn't catch your name. Call me Maggie. That's when you learned that her name was Maggie. You made one fatal mistake. Fatal mistake? My client's name is Maggie, but the name that was written on the ground is Maggie. This is the only mistake. This is a mistake that could only occur if you knew what. If all you knew was how her name sounded. There we go. Eek! Order, order. But Your Honor, the witness has no motive. And your point is? It's very simple, Your Honor. A person usually would not kill someone without reason. Mr. Wellington had no reason to kill anyone. That is absolutely correct. I don't have a motive. Mr. Wright, Your Honor, can you explain what motive this witness could have had? It's very simple, Your Honor. Are you sure, Nick? I said I can't offer an explanation. Then the trial's over, right? Yeah, but... Okay, now please present to this court proof that the witness had a motive. Here. Mr. Wellington's motive is right here. What is this? A list. These phone numbers were pulled from the memory of the phone the defendant found. We determined that the people on this list are members of a certain group. You looked up all those numbers? Of course. The list of the phone numbers was stored on the phone's memory. The names and numbers belong to the people who are members of a certain con artist group. What? Con artists? Can you explain why these numbers were on your phone, Mr. Wellington? This is an outrage, an invasion of privacy. Looking up the phone's numbers on a person's phone is a worse crime than murder. Oh, he's just going. Dialogue of the goddess? I don't care, Mr. Wellington. All I want is for you to tell us what this list is about. You think any of you, know what it's like to be a refined man such as me. Your Honor, this is unjustified badgering of the witness. Objective overruled. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? Why would the witness have the numbers of a group of conners on his phone? Maybe I should save. Isn't that obvious? The witness is a member. Mr. Wellington is a member of this very group. No! All your friends' phone numbers are stored right here on this phone. If anyone were to look into these phone numbers, it would be all over for you. That is why you had to kill. No, this is too much. That does make quite a bit of sense. Well, Mr. Wellington, would you care to explain? I got you now. That police officer. Your Honor. What is it, Mr. Payne? Your Honor, this is unjustified badgering of the witness. You said the exact same thing only a few seconds ago. Please! Please, let's think about the content of that phone call. The defendant had already promised that she would return the phone. After that, all Mr. Wellington had to do was meet Miss Bride to get his phone back. Why then would he need to kill anyone? That is a valid point. What does the defendant think about this? It's because they were a cop. I think logically, if you think about it logically, then it makes sense. Then maybe we should be thinking outside the box. Yeah, if we think like that, let's see. Maybe that slimeball saw something at the crime scene that made him commit the murder. Your thoughts, Mr. Wright? Well, I don't think what Mr. Wellington went to pick up this phone in a very friendly manner. But he was promised his phone, so why would he have been unfriendly to defendant? I think he must have seen something that didn't agree with him when he got there. Well then, Mr. Wright, what was the something that didn't agree with the witness? What do I present? I'm assuming the photo? Which, who the hell's his hat? Didn't I agree with? Okay, nothing there. Okay, maybe this. Yeah. The witness saw this. Mr. Wellington, is he correct? By the expression on his face, I would say that that wasn't it. What? Looks like I was wrong? I was wrong! Oh. Oh, do I need to present a person, maybe? Maybe that's what I need to do. Oh, this is a new thing I have to get used. Oh, this is it. Okay. What Mr. Wellington saw was the victim. The victim? You mean Dustin Prince? Dustin Prince had gone on his date right after his shift was over. With no time to change, he went to the park still wearing his police uniform. Oh. Okay, so I had the right idea. I'm not used to the profile thing. The girl that picked up my phone was this policeman. Was with this policeman. He couldn't have known they were going out, so he began to worry. He was afraid that the police would ask a few questions before returning the phone. Do anything suspicious, he might run a check on my phone. In his mind, it was possible they had already run a check on his phone. And he went into a panic, is what you're saying. Exactly. Officer Prince was murdered simply because he was in uniform. Mr. Payne, do you have any comments? I'm thinking. It seems that the truth has come out at last. The witness, well, Mr. Wellington, you are. Oh my god, he's losing it. Impressive. Not bad for a person with a third-grade education. What's that supposed to mean? The evidence. That guy is really creeping me out. All you've been waving around and talking about is that suspicious cell phone. Suspicious phone number this. Suspicious con group that. You're all on that phone. But who's to say that phone is really mine? Where's your proof? Your evidence? You want proof that this phone is yours? I already told you earlier. That phone I lost. I've already found it. You don't even have this. You don't have even the slightest idea who the phone in your hand belongs to. You can be sure it isn't mine, you simpleton. What? It feels good to see you squirt. We do seem to have a problem with on our hands with this phone. Whose phone is it? Without knowing that, it's merely as evidence. Your Honor, this is bad. Can't let it turn the tables on me like this. This cell phone. There has to be something I overlooked. There's gotta be. Maybe. Wait, I guess fingerprints would be the obvious thing. Fingerprints? I got it. We should check for fingerprints. Fingerprints? Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Wellington must have left some prints on this phone. Nick, don't you remember? Oh. You got that from Maggie, you wiped it off. Wait, what? You said there was sand all over it, so... Wiped it? I wiped it. Pretty thoroughly, too. Oh. So much fun watching third-grade trash babble like morons amongst themselves. He's made a complete recovery. How many times do I have to say this? My phone is right here, you see. Oh, and incidentally, you can't check the numbers stored on this phone. It must have glitched because all the numbers just magically disappeared. You gotta be joking. You erased all the numbers I was going to use as evidence. Mr. Wellington. What's this? By the tone of your voice, it sounds like you still have some fight left in you. Where did you finally find your cell phone? Oh my god. Oh, you're too much. Of course you have no idea what I'm talking about. Oh my. Now I remember. Oh, when he hit him. Huh, looks like they hung up. Good, finally found it. So that's when... What's wrong, Mr. Attorney? Why the harsh glare in your eyes? Nick, we've worked so hard to get this far, but... if you don't do something quick, he's going to get off scot-free. I know. I know this phone has to be his. How am I supposed to prove something like that? Mr. Wright, if you cannot prove who the owner of that cell phone is, your indictment has no basis and therefore no power. It looks like you came up with a penny short. Where? Where did I go wrong? Don't blame yourself. You're merely a third-rate lawyer. You only made one big mistake. Who are you? What are you? That's something you haven't figured out for yourself yet. Who am I? The court hereby concludes the cross-examination. That will be all. I'll have to bid you, gentlemen and ladies, goodbye. I have a reservation at the ultra-fancy restaurant on the upper side of town. Thank you for your assistance. You've had a stressful day, so please, bon appetit. What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to just let it go at that? No. Please wait, Your Honor. Alright, Nick. I think I may be able to prove it. Prove it? Prove what, Mr. Wright? Everything. Your Honor, the cross-examination has already ended. Besides, the defense is just going to badger the witness with even more insane questions. We will not harass the witness. Is that clear, Mr. Wright? Did you hear that? No harassment allowed, Mr. Attorney. Please, Your Honor. Very well, but this is your last chance, Mr. Wright. You may press one piece of evidence to the court. Present. Oh, shoot. I'll save again. Only got one shot at this. Cannot prove everything. It's over for your client and for you. Do you fully understand? Yes, Your Honor. I know you are well aware, Your Honor, but the cross-examination period has ended. Were you paying attention, Mr. Payne? I said that Mr. Wright could present only one more piece of evidence. Oh. Now then, Mr. Wright, this is your last chance. All it comes down to is this. Go time. Please present this one piece of evidence. I'll explain everything. Okay. Is it my phone that he has? Oh, thank you. How nice. Here, please have one of mine. It's written in fancy script. The ink is strong and clear, but I still can't read it. Wait, what am I doing? This isn't the time to be exchanging business cards. Your Honor. There is something very important about that card, and that is... Wait. Wait, this one. Number. The back of the card. I was like, where was the number at? This card is important because of what's on the back. Hmm? You wrote your cell phone number on the back, but that's exactly it. Can you please call this number from your cell phone? Huh? Right now? But court is still in session. It's okay, you'll see. Okay, if you say so. Is the defense preparing for something, Mr. Wright? We are going to call my cell phone right now. And then the court will see everything for what it is. Of all the idiotic, stupid things too. Ah! What? Why is my phone... And what is this stupid sounding ringtone? Mr. Wellington. How strange. I can almost swear that you're holding my cell phone. Your... No. It can't. By the way, before I forget, thank you very much for the lump on my head this morning. I don't think I need to explain any further, except to say... When you went to retrieve your cell phone, you mistakenly took the wrong one. Oh my god, so much yelling. I did it. So that is what happened. You were knocked out by Mr. Wellington. He's a man who lives in his pride and self-image alone, in order to hide his involvement with the con artist group. He has become paranoid and has lost all ability to make rational judgments. And then, Mr. Wright, the phone you're holding... It's Mr. Wellington's, actually. Speaking of that man, how is he, Mr. Payne? He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. very low. Now then, this court finds the defendant Maggie Bride. Yay! I finally did it. That is all. Court is adjourned. I knew that the real you would shine through eventually. I am so moved by what you've done for me, sir. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I feel really bad for Dustin. He didn't do anything to deserve this. It's probably because of me. Huh? My whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures. Your whole life? It can't be that bad, can it? Since I was 6 months old, when I fell from the ninth floor of my apartment building, I've been hit by all sorts of vehicles, gotten sick from all sorts of foods. Failed on almost every test I've ever taken, experienced almost every kind of disaster. Never won or even tied at a game of tic-tac-toe. Life has really been nothing but a string of disasters. That is, pretty bad. Up until I went to college, I was known as the Goddess of Misfortune. And then at the academy, everyone called me Lady Luckless. Lady Luckless? What's worse is that my misfortune always seems to latch onto those around me. What do you mean? When I see someone in trouble, I always try to help. That's right. You were talking about this earlier. Happened again recently too, sir. There was an old lady pacing back and forth on the pedestrian crosswalk. I gave her my hand and, before I knew it, we were having dinner at my house. Oh. I'm sure that Dustin's gone because of me. That's not true. That club didn't even have any sort of special meaning. Just a present to say thanks for covering one of my night shifts. Oh, I see. Everything is all my fault. Dustin's death. Your head being all messed up. Well, I don't think my head is that messed up yet. I'm going to find a new life for myself starting now. The next time we meet, I'm sure I'll find a whole ocean's worth of good luck by then, sir. Yeah, after all, the Goddess of Misfortune is only a name. You bet. I'm gonna make it, I promise. Next time we meet, I'll only be an unlucky person instead of a goddess. Yeah, that's the spirit. Well, Mr. Wright, Maya, I should get going. Okay, good luck to you. Thanks. You take care of yourselves too. What a horrible day. I got my memory back, but things are still a little fuzzy. But you're okay, and that's what counts. You really had me worried. Come on, let's go back to the office. I'm afraid to ask, but here goes. So this might sound bad, but who are you? What? I thought you said you got your memory back. Hardly. At that moment, everything really did come back to me. Detective Gumshoe. He's someone I've had clashes with in the past during certain cases. He's also been a good ally during others. The judge. He's a lovable, kind old man who's easily swayed by other people's opinions. But in the end, he always comes out with the right verdict. This person, I haven't got a clue. He seems to know me, but maybe he's mistaken me for someone else? And this girl, Maya? You finally remembered? This is Maya Fey, my assistant. That's right. So many unforgettable memories about her. For example, Nick, what's wrong? You keep staring at me. Don't tell me you missed me. Well, yeah, I suppose I have. I feel like I haven't seen you in ages. Oh? Well, I'm back now, so it's time for us to create a new memory together. Alright, sounds good. The phone numbers on my phone were erased by Mr. Wellington. Guess I'll have to start over from the very beginning. Come on, Nick. Let's go to our usual burger joint. Okay. Actually, it hasn't even been that long since you came back into my life. And that story. That story began on one rainy afternoon 2 months ago. Oh! Oh, that was the first episode. Yay! That was a long one. Uh-oh. Okay. I will go ahead and save. Here. Okay. There's a good place to stop. Ooh. That was fun.
I have to get used to the persons thing, because I keep forgetting about it, and then I get stuck. I'm like, what am I supposed to do?
That wasn't in the last game. I don't remember to use that next time. That was fun. I'm glad to be playing again. Very interesting. I see where the rest of the game goes. What kind of trials we'll see. Be fun. But that'll be it for so goodbye. See you next time, hopefully.